All right, Eleanor Conway, guys, Ted Jones World Podcast. Eleanor, all the way from the UK, correct?
Yeah. My headphones have just slipped off. Hang on. Can you hold me mic?
Yeah. I'm double mic'd now. Eleanor has a 1 hour stand-up special coming up at the Stand, Talk Dirty to Me, I believe, yes. And Eleanor will be doing the Ted Jones Comedy Show an hour before you debut it at the Stand.
Basically,
at 7 p.m.
That's
July.
correct. That's totally correct. I'm going to be stealing your audience and bringing them into mine, hopefully.
All right, well, that's good. No, you're transferring them because you did the 7 p.m. and then you're transferring them.
Oh my God,
down.
you're so positive. I'm so negative.
Oh my God, Eleanor walked into my bathroom and guys, my sister got me these waterproof notes. So like anytime you tear off one of those pieces, they just stick to the wall. I must have like 30 of them up. Just blank positivity. Anything positive, I'm just throwing up there. Yes.
It's
right,
honestly, no, affirmations. I just pictured you at like rubber ducking, like washing under your armpits going, I am strong, I am beautiful.
With like the stick.
Yeah.
My back.
I am a good person.
So you were just in Brooklyn looking at places. So how long are you actually going to be here for?
I'm here for a month, but I haven't sorted out all my accommodation. So yeah, I'm homeless.
So if anyone needs a roommate, hit you up.
Yeah. I mean, by the time this podcast comes out,
you'll hopefully have a spot.
I'll be begging on the streets. I'll be one of the subway performers.
All right.
Yeah,
you'll be doing the hour on the subway as well. So if you guys don't want to pay for tickets at the Stand, just catch Eleanor on the L train. So you're 8 years sober today also. We saw that.
Oh, Ted, I like it. You're lovely and researched. Big fan of your work.
Great. I appreciate that. So let's talk about, I guess, coming to New York. I love the way you get embarrassed.
You get very, like, you just go, thank you.
Well, I'm trying to be modest and humble here that I did do my research before the episode. But let's talk about it. So you and I initially met. You slid into my DMs asking if you could be on a show. And obviously you have a great resume. So we put you on a show and you were terrific. And now you're coming back July 5th, but you've been running this hour show over in UK.
Yes. So I've been running, I got nominated for an award at the Brighton Fringe. And then the hour show thing is slightly different from what you guys do over here. So we kind of get it. We traipse to Edinburgh Festival every year with a hour show, have a nervous breakdown.
Do you think it's more of like a one woman show when you're doing it on the Fringe Festival? As compared to like just an hour of stand-up?
It's slightly different. Yeah, it is slightly different. It does have more structure than a stand-up hour, for sure.
How does it kind of look?
Oh, we have to come and see it.
That's true.
But it's just loads of dick jokes, Ted. Yeah, thanks. It's just me talking about my pussy for 55 minutes.
And the other 5 minutes is what? Somebody else warming up the crowd with dick jokes?
Yeah.
Now we get into the vagina jokes. So it's an hour special. Is that what you're calling it? A special?
Yeah, it's an hour show. It's a solo show. It's like my 4th or 5th. Yeah.
And you're looking forward to, how many times are you doing it?
I'm doing it twice in New York, on the 5th and the 7th at the Stand. Like, I love the guys at the Stand. Like, they've sort of, they're really great to me. I'm doing a few shows in like Boston and Manchester, New Hampshire and Rhode Island. Yeah, so I'm doing it up there, and then I'll come back, do a couple of shows in New York, and then go home and then do 25 shows in Edinburgh.
Love it. How did you jump over the pond over here to the United States, and when did you first do it?
Well, it's only my second time to America.
And the first time was when I met you?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so I snuck into all the good clubs in New York.
That's amazing. So you finally decided it was time to like make a trip to the United States.
Yeah, I got my visa approved during lockdown, you see, and it's been ticking away. So it's a very expensive visa, very difficult to get. And so I just thought, fuck it, let's just go over and have a look, see what the fuss is. And so, yeah, I've just been coming over like for a month each time, just trying to, because it's a difficult city. New York's not an easy city. But it's great.
And it's a 6-month visa or a year-long visa?
It's like a 3-year visa.
Okay, great. So you have access to come to the United States kind of whenever you want? You can go back and forth?
Yeah. But like it runs out pretty soon. Because obviously I got it at the start of COVID.
Oh, did you know? But like, did you get it in March of 2020?
Yeah, it was about that. Like I was literally like, I was just like, oh, fuck's it. well, sod it. Just go with it.
But since you already have one for 3 years, is it going to be easier to renew?
I don't know. That's a question for my lawyer.
Yeah, lich. If you are here for 3 years, then afterwards, if you were like working a bunch during those 3 years, I'm sure it would potentially be easier, right?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's my first time doing it. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your sobriety. 8 years sober.
Yeah, it is.
Was there like a certain moment where you were like, all right, I just don't want to be doing whatever you were doing, alcohol or drugs or anything in particular?
Just
there was
doing
like
all
one
of it,
moment.
Ted. Just all loved it. I love it all. I love it.
Loved.
No, I still love it.
Uh-huh.
But I just don't do it because I end up in danger. That was too dramatic.
We're clipping that.
Because I end up in danger.
Your middle name is Danger.
They don't call me Eleanor Conway for nothing.
So was there like any moments or stuff
it was just a calamity. To be honest, it was a diet. It was a diet that got me sober because they wanted me to stop drinking and I could reduce the drinking, but I couldn't get rid of it. But I was perfect with the exercise, perfect with the workouts and all that.
What kind of stuff are you eating?
It was just like, that clean. To be honest, it was a horrible diet. It was that, when you kind of like, you use the spray to cook the chicken and you don't flavour it with anything other than spices.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of bland, shitty diet. It's very effective, but you can only do it for a certain amount of time. And I was working out and doing all the shit, but I just couldn't stop drinking. And then I just bounced back and did a 3-day bender, and I was like, oh shit. But it was just all the stuff that ran up to it. Like, I look back now at my life before then, and it was completely unmanageable. Like, I'm an addict. Like, when I take a drink, I can't control myself.
You just want more?
I want to fucking smash it all in my mouth.
And do you think that the drinking led to other drugs while you were drinking,
or
no?
Well, I don't know. I just went through periods. I mean, I love, like, cocaine's my favourite drug of choice, or ecstasy. Yeah, I like all of those drugs. I like them all.
Were you able to perform and feel like yourself when you were on those, though?
I wasn't doing stand-up then, really. I was just sort of pretending to do stand-up because I was too scared to do anything else. I think when you're an addict, you're too scared to do anything really, truly, authentically because you're scared of failure and rejection. You want to control the outcome. You make excuses.
But why do you think that's specific to addicts?
Well, I don't know, but all I know is the mind of an addict because I hang around with a lot of people in recovery. But like that kind of reality, fake reality in your mind, and I don't know.
You try and convince yourself that, oh, no, it's maybe not for me. Or you convince yourself that, oh, I am doing it enough.
Yeah, but fucking bullshit machine. Get me a few drinks. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to start up a business. We're going to take over the world. I'm going to be very successful. But not willing to put any work in it. Because to put work in it would mean that I was following that vulnerable, authentic self. And that left me open to risk. What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not good enough? I'd be crushed. But now I know that success is not built like that. You don't just do one show and then you're on Netflix. It's a series of, it's the journey, isn't it? It's the series of setbacks, and it's about the small wins. You learn more from the failures. It's the up and down, and that's what recovery taught me. Recovery, getting sober it's not like even. I like extremes. I like 10 out of 10 and 0 out of 10. I don't like 5 out of 10 because it's boring and consistent. But that's what you need to do to proceed, right? To be successful is you need to be consistency. It's not about being the most talented. It's about being consistently there and turning up. And that's just a lesson I'd never known because I like to be really fucked or really down. I don't like that 5 out of 10. And yeah.
So 8 years ago when you became sober, is that when your career started to really take off, you think?
Yeah, it did, definitely, because I just started doing stand-up properly. Like before I was like hosting, there's nothing wrong with hosting, but I was hosting like game shows. I was just doing everything but being honest on stage. And then when I got sober, I wrote a show called Walk of Shame, which was about me running away with my drug dealer to Asia to, be in this very like extreme relationship. And I wrote it and talked about all my demons and getting sober, and it hit a nerve. And then I ended up touring it around the world for about 2 years.
So this is your second hour special that you're going to be touring?
This one now, Talk Dirty to Me, I think it's like, well, I don't know, like sort of like the third or the fourth. I mean, last time I did Vaxxed and Waxed, which was like a greatest hits. A greatest hits of 3 shows. Thanks, guys. But now, it's like my third of, I don't know, fourth or fifth one now.
So what was it like growing up in the UK, starting comedy?
I don't know really, because I've got nothing to compare it to. But
well, how often were you like on stage when you were really trying to be on stage? Was it just like once a night, or could it be like in New York, some comics are doing like 4 or 5 shows a night because they're bouncing from the Lower East Side up to Times Square, down to the West Village, back to Chelsea, stuff like that. Was that possible?
No, not really. I mean, yes, there is, but I always think sometimes stage time isn't always good. And I think, you know, choose the gigs that you do wisely, choose the shows that you do, right? And just work on the craft. Just because you're on, I mean, fuck, I don't know. I'm not one, I don't really know, to be honest, the answer. But it is, I mean, look, New York and London are quite the same, but I've always been like, our shows. And so what I'll do is I'll have an idea for a show, plot out the narrative, and then break it all down, and then kind of like break it down into segments of 10 minutes, and then rehearse that on stage, and then put it all together, do previews, which we call like hour-long, they're like run-throughs of your hour show. The culture's slightly different in the UK.
So in that people are going to a show and kind of expecting it to be just that specific person for the whole night?
Yeah, if it's an Edinburgh show, there is that culture of Edinburgh Festival, which is like, which we don't have here.
Yeah. Like we had Anthony DeVito come on the podcast. He did an hour show. I saw it. My dad isn't Danny DeVito. It was an amazing show. One man show, an hour, basically talking about his life and then his process through his father, his mother, and he's doing it in Edinburgh. But like besides that, I mean, you don't really see that in the city. You don't see people doing hour kind of shows like that. So yeah, it seems like it is a little bit foreign to the New York scene, just because all comedy clubs in New York City, it's really like a showcase style. You know, you'll have the host, you'll have the 6 to 10 comics, whatever in the night. Everybody does 15 minutes. Everybody's making X amount, whatever per show. And then people are kind of doing that, like I said, 4 or 5 times a night, usually at those comics.
Yeah. I mean, we do have that circuit in the UK, but it's like opener, middle, headliner. And I think you get more money in the UK for that sort of circuit, but that's kind of a dying industry.
Did you find that you had like a lot of people?
It's a different skill set as well.
You have a lot of people working with you in the UK that want to come to the United States as well. Is this kind of the hub? Like, were you thinking about coming over here for a long time?
Yeah, I've been really wanting to come over it. I believe, firstly, that my husband is here. Where are you?
He's watching.
He's watching.
What's up, buddy? Write into TEDJONESWORLD@gmail.com. Hopefully, Eleanor will give us your full information, phone number, email as well. We'll see. What's up, buddy?
I love the fact that you're being a matchmaker.
Yes, of course. Why not? Why not?
Yeah. Do you know what? It's British people. It's difficult for us to get here legally. It's a difficult visa to get.
How long are you able to come here on vacation, though? If you were to spend,
do you know what? I'm too scared of the US government. I'm too scared of the US government. They fucking scare the shit out of me. I even was honest on my visa. I was like, I did drugs. Oh. Yeah. And now they take me to a special room every time I come through customs, and I'm like, oh, why did I tell them that? I did drugs when I was 16.
But you never transported them, so like you did not need to tell them that potentially.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. My sponsor told me, to be honest.
Yeah, well, is your sponsor helping you with finding an apartment, or are you kind of on your own doing that?
No.
So you just have to go on like streeteasy.com by yourself?
No,
or whatever you're using?
I'm just hustling. I'm like, everybody I meet, I'm like, can I stay at your flat? Have you got anywhere I can stay? Do you know what I need to do? I need to get on Bumble.
Yes, and find a rich man.
Oh, there's loads of them here. But
and then also you can initiate the conversation on Bumble too. So it's like full, there's no pressure on you because you have to initiate it.
Yeah, but I've initiated about 3 conversations on Bumble in the last few days. Only one of them is talking to me.
How does he look? Is he cute?
He's actually age appropriate.
Okay.
A bit of a zaddy.
Is he coming to the show?
No, he's asked, but I don't want people to come because I'm filthy.
You do want people to come to the show. Maybe not your.
Maybe
not your potential husband at the moment.
Maybe not Kyle, CEO of like.
Kyle, CEO
of like proper. He's got shit going on in his life. I'll be like, oh, excuse me, has anyone got a sofa to sleep on? He's going to be like, she is a cat.
But you know what? I think that would actually be, I was talking to Louisa on the last episode, a girl who came on the podcast, about how it would be kind of romantic if a guy came to one of your shows and was like, oh, come in, move in with me.
That actually happened to me in Brighton, but then he ghosted me.
Where's Brighton?
Brighton's on, where is Brighton?
I used to have a map here, but now we
Brighton is a lovely seaside town on the south coast of the UK. Lovely. But I was doing a fringe down there, and a guy from the Navy came and sort of chatted me up. I went on a couple of dates, and he was supposed
Navy.
to... Yeah, in the Navy. He was really nice, and then he was supposed to come up and visit me, And then he ghosted me an hour before he was supposed to go. And I'm just like, for fuck's sake, gentlemen.
When was this?
Like a week or two ago.
Oh, so he could potentially still come back into the mix.
Yeah, maybe. But like, fuck me. I need you to turn up to the party with higher standards.
Kyle.
Yeah, we need higher standards than this. Like ghosting me an hour before you're supposed to turn up for the weekend.
I like the idea of Bumble though.
Do you? Are you
I feel
single,
like you
Ted?
I am. But you have like a lot of power, it seems like, on Bumble. Just because like you're supposed to start the conversation.
I think that's a gimmick.
What other apps are you on?
I'm on Field.
Field? No way. There's an app called Field. Really?
Yeah, it's a kink app.
Field. Are you on Hinge?
Yeah, but I never
Fringe.
get much action on Hinge.
Are you one of those members? There's like a membership. I think that's the thing. That's how they'll get you. They'll like not give you matches unless you sign up for the thing.
I signed up to Hinge once and asked for a refund because it was like so expensive.
How much is it?
I can't remember, but it was like 50 quid. Probably like 75 bucks for something.
50 quid.
For like 6 months.
Okay, right.
But like Bumble, you can get unlimited. Like I've actually signed up to the day thing because I've got specific stuff. Like I want a man that's not got kids, doesn't want kids.
Oh, okay. You picked the extra stuff, so you upgraded.
Yeah, sometimes. But like, yeah. Anyway, whatever.
So you don't want kids, right?
Yeah. That'd be cool. That's quite hard to find, actually.
Is your whole family from the UK?
Yeah, my mum's French, though. What about you? What about you? Yeah, what about you?
I was born in New Brunswick, New Jersey, lived there for 6 weeks, and then I moved to Manhattan.
Love it.
Lived here, and then I went to college. And you familiar with Connecticut? That it's a state?
Yes.
Yeah, so I went to University of Connecticut. I played tennis there.
What, professionally?
No, in college, yes.
What, you learn how to play tennis at college?
No, they have tennis teams in college. So
Right.
I played competitively against other colleges.
All right, cool.
So in doing that, I was very serious about it.
Yeah.
Moved back to New York.
You're a very intense person.
Had a corporate job, worked in my dad's company for 6.5 years.
What was that?
Real estate company. So I was like a property manager,
Really?
making sure everything was
Is this how you
nice
got this
and tight.
place?
Yeah.
Do you own this place?
Basically, no, I don't.
You rent it?
I rent here.
Oh, nice.
I rent here. Owning right now is just not the move. So anyway, I took tennis seriously.
Yeah.
Moved back, worked in my dad's company for 6.5 years, and now I'm doing this full time. Podcast, vlog, and the comedy show.
Love it, big fan.
Yeah. So it's been great.
How do you promote your show at the stand? I need some tips.
Well, I've used Instagram ads a good amount. Like every show I'll post like $4 per day for like 6 days. And that'll usually put you in front of like 10,000 eyes, 10,000
Really?
people. So I think from that, I get a good amount of traffic.
Do you?
And then Facebook in general, I have probably 2,000 friends on Facebook. So I'll invite everyone on that. Maybe out of those 2,000 friends, I'll get not that many at all. But anyway, just like the more eyes I get on it. Yeah, New York, meetup.com is a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yes, I used to do that.
So meetup.com, I think the Instagram is some of the best though, because it'll like show up on people's, when you're scrolling through the stories, it'll pop up like Eleanor Conway, talk dirty to me. And if you just pay like a few dollars a day for a week, it could get you, some pretty good eyes on it. Just exposure from the ad.
All right, I might do that.
Yeah, you should do that.
Oh, I'm going to do that. Thanks.
I text people, not every show, sometimes because it'll get annoying, but like I'm not shy about texting anyone. I'll text anyone in my phone.
You've been smoking ganja in here, Ted.
You can smell it?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I have a while ago though, like 3 hours ago. I can't believe you can smell it.
Mate, I can smell it like a fucking sniffer dog.
I'm impressed.
What's the first thing I was like? Oh, someone's been smoking the weed in it.
Yeah, I have. Late, like earlier though. I don't smoke 3 hours before the podcast. That's my rule. Otherwise, I'll get like too slow.
Okay,
it's
very specific. 3 hours.
Well, I think it's a good amount of time.
Yeah, fine.
2 hours might be too much. And also, like before I go on stage, I don't eat like usually an hour and a half before stage.
Okay.
Do you do that?
I like to eat before stage, and I like to get a little nap.
I love a nap.
Yeah, me
love
too.
a good nap.
So are you dating at the moment?
No.
Because I've not been on a date with an American man yet.
Yeah.
So do they pay for dinner?
Yes, absolutely. If they ask you to dinner and they're not paying, that's messed up. They should be paying if they're asking you.
Okay, good. I reckon Kyle, he's 51. He's paying.
He's Come on, CEO of mattress firm, he's paying.
Yeah. I don't know which company he's the CEO of, but he wore a suit.
Mattress firm's a good one. He wore a suit in his profile?
Yeah, like he's a proper like finance bro.
Okay.
Not bro, but like a finance
man.
Yeah, finance
Bro
man.
Love that.
He's finance CEO.
Yeah, he's paying for sure.
Totally paying. Do you think I should let him know how poor I am?
No. I don't really think it matters. I think like either way, he's gonna pay for you and like, you know, help you out. If you're like, I don't have a place. If you're like, I don't have a place to stay for a week, maybe he'll book you a week in like Hotel Tonight. You familiar with Hotel Tonight?
No, what's that?
It's a good app you just use on your phone, and like it's usually for booty calls. I think you just like go and scroll and see the cheapest hotel in the area for the night, and it's usually like, I don't want to say higher end hotels, but like they're usually around like over $100 because they're the last minute hotels.
Okay, I might do that.
You know what I mean? So like at 8 p.m. if you start searching for hotel rooms, you know, and you're looking to just crash for the night, they'll be significantly cheaper than if you were to go on
What's it called? Hotel
or whatever.
Tonight?
Hotel Tonight. It's an app.
I'm gonna download that.
You should check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think you need to tell him you're poor. I don't think you need to. You're also a successful comedian. What do you mean?
No, but I'm still poor. Like,
your life rich. Mindset rich.
Does that actually mean anything?
Yes. Imagine if he's miserable. Are you miserable?
No, I'm pretty happy. I
know what I mean?
I want more money though.
Okay, but he probably wants to be. I don't want to talk for Kyle. Okay, maybe he's very happy.
Yeah,
but also maybe he's not.
Yeah, good point. Maybe I'm the free spirit that he's been looking for.
I think you are.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so I should hide that I'm poor. Just be like, ooh.
First date, you're good. First date, he's covering. You don't need to worry about being poor on the first date. And then after that, searching Hotel Tonight. Oh, this is a good idea. The first date.
He probably has his own flatmate.
Or he has an extra for you.
Right, fair.
Extra, or mate, okay, but if you were like, oh, I have nowhere to stay, like you're searching on your phone at dinner, I'd be like, oh, I'm looking on Hotel Tonight. Stay with him a couple nights and then have him book a week for you.
I know, but then I have to definitely fuck him.
Potentially.
Yeah, I mean,
but if he pays for dinner and pays for your Hotel Tonight for the week.
No, he's got his own place, mate. Like Kyle is wealthy.
But I know, but you might not want to stay there for a week. You might want to stay there for
2 days, and then I need 7.
You need 7 because you're going to be here an extra 7 days in the city. Yeah, that's what I mean. He should pay for your Hotel Tonight, that extra 7.
Okay, fair.
You need somewhere to put your clothes, your button downs, your shirts.
Yeah, of course, got loads of them. Have you got a washing machine?
No.
Oh, you are poor. I mean,
see?
You're not.
And I have to walk to my apartment too, and we don't have central air.
What's that mean?
So like if I were to have a little beep 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 thing on the wall that says 71, if I were to put it at 71, do you like, is that a temperature? Let's say potentially.
I have no idea. You've got different, I don't know what their random
we can
word.
barely communicate. You're like 50 quid. I don't know what the shit that was.
That's like $75.
And then you were talking about the beach in the UK.
Yeah.
Because there's a Brighton beach in Brooklyn. So I was like, did she talk about it in Brooklyn?
That place is a
anyway, there's I wish we can communicate here.
Ted, we can.
What's 71 degrees in Celsius?
Oh, I don't give a shit,
in the
Ted.
comments.
I don't care.
Anyway, if there's 71 on the thing,
this
and
is why you're single. You're very boring. If this is your date chat, I mean, I'm not saying this would be your date chat.
Yeah, I think this would be my date chat. My date chat, you know, we talk. Okay, this is how I do it.
Yeah.
I have like a bottle of whatever. Before the date, I go get a bottle of Pinot Grigio. I don't really drink. I don't.
Okay.
Every 6 weeks, whatever. Get a bottle of Pinot Grigio. And what's the other wine that the girls drink? That's another white wine.
Chardonnay.
Yeah, Chardonnay and Pinot Grigio. I get 2 bottles, whatever.
Oh my God.
Barefoot.
How much, hang on, how much are you spending on each bottle?
$14.99 tops. Because that's like the high end of the market we're talking for.
What kind of women are you fucking dating?
What do you mean? How much should I be spending on the bottle of Chardonnay?
I don't know. It's been 8 years.
$14.99 is fine.
Fine.
Yeah, because inflation brought it up from $9.99. Anyway, so I'd do that. I'd sit them right there. I'd be like, oh, I'm so rude. I didn't give you a tour of my full apartment.
On, who's doing your first date at a man's flat, a man's apartment?
No. This is after we just had drinks.
Okay.
Close by. Oh, you have to check out my apartment.
Close
and
by.
I have like
you got me, baby. Come on, you're not going to get a serious relationship with this.
What? It's not that close by. Whatever. It's like a mile away, something like that. You got to check out my apartment. It's like an apartment/studio. Boom. Go right here. I didn't give you the full tour. We go to my bedroom.
Who's this?
It's my groceries. 1 second. Keep talking to them. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, I'll give the tour. We go to my bedroom. Bada bing, bada boom.
Are you a generous lover, Ted?
Of course.
I heard that American men like eat pussy for a long time.
Yeah. Definitely. Thank you so much, man. I won't apologize with the unpacking of it.
All right, good times.
It's vegan food. I'm vegan.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I tell you what, I'm scared to eat meat here. I bought eggs the other day and it was like, no GMO, no hormones. I'm like, what the fuck are you putting in the other eggs? Like, we've just got sad eggs and happy eggs in London. Caged eggs and organic eggs, that's
UK,
it.
I feel like really kind of has started the full plant-based movement. Like even your ads on billboards, some of them would never be approved.
Have you been to my country?
In the city. I've been to London.
Have you? When did you go?
2013.
Oh, that's ages ago.
Yeah, so there wasn't really really much action there.
33.
30.
Oh.
And a half.
Cool. So you went out. It was a long time, 19 or something.
Yeah, something like that, 19 or 20. But it didn't seem like there was much. I mean, there are a lot more vegan places too, right? Now so.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's vegan these days.
Not really in the States.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd be surprised. Like, I saw a chicken in your supermarket last time I came, and it was so big, so pumped up of shit. I was like, have dinosaurs come back? That's how, like, our little chicken breasts are about that big. Like, I saw one, it was absolutely fucking massive.
It's crazy because I don't even think we recognize that as Americans. You know, like, we don't think about that. Like, I know that when you have apples or when you have bananas and there's a 4 on it, they have one of those stickers and there's a 4 on it. I mean, it's been like artificially preserved, something like that. Maybe something has been stuck into it. But besides that, with the chickens, like, people don't really know that, you know, just because in America, we just think it's normal. Like even the ingredients in McDonald's in the UK is different than in the United States.
Yeah. I'm scared. Like I'm scared to eat here.
So you haven't really been eating much meat since you've been here?
Not really. I kind of don't really know how to figure out the food. The food's so expensive here. I'm staying in my friend's place in the Upper West Side, and so I've kind of done like a little Trader Joe's haul. Yeah,
that's basically like the best place you can go to try and save money on like nice whole foods.
Okay, so this conversation is boring.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Who do you want to slag off in the comedy industry?
What does slack off mean? Kill?
Slag off.
What does that mean?
Just be like, bitch. I'm joking. Obviously, you're not going to bitch about something.
Right. Or if I would, we would cut it out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't mind anyone right now at this moment.
Okay. Well, that conversation lasted ages.
Yeah, it did. All right. So what are you most looking forward to being in the United States for the next 2 weeks? Week and a half?
2 or 3 weeks. Well, do my shows on the 5th and 7th of July at the Stand. Filming some more clips at the Stand and New York Comedy Club. Maybe see if I can get in some other clubs. Just trying to build friends and network and just figure out if I want to move here permanently. That's why I keep coming over.
If you were to move here permanently, though, I'm not sure if you know, does that work differently with the green card?
Well, I'm on a no-1 visa. So, no, it'd be fine. I just apply for another O1, get another 3 years, and then and then you can get the green card after you've had 2 of those. But it's like properly expensive. It's like 20 grand.
And if you get married, is it not 20 grand?
I don't know. We'll have to ask. We'll have to chat to Kyle.
Yeah, we'll ask Kyle. He's like, we should just get married. Where does he live even?
I don't know. I've literally shared about 3 messages of him going, "Oh, you're a stand-up. Can I see you perform?" I'm like, not at all.
I feel like that'd be a great place.
No, it'd be awful. I've got a 7-minute set about a man that I dated with a stinky cock.
Is that the drug dealer we went to Asia with?
No.
Can you touch on that a little bit if you're comfortable talking about that?
What do you want to know?
Well, what made you move to Asia?
Oh, well, I was 21. I think people are dumb at 21.
So is that right at the time you graduated high school?
College.
You graduated uni at that time?
Yeah.
You know, it's not called uni here. It's called like college.
Yeah, that's why I said college, to help you.
I know, but I knew uni and you knew... We're communicating very well, actually. So you moved there when you were 21?
Yeah. I was a TV... I was like I was working as a TV presenter straight after college, doing this show called UK Uncovered, which was like a boozy show where you'd go into nightclubs, and it was before YouTube, and you just get people to do shit on camera for like Alco Pops, Do you know what Alco Pops are?
Alcohol pops?
Yeah, like they're like blue drinks called like WKD, and they get you smashed.
It's like sugary too.
Yeah, yeah. And just, you know, we'd go into like the backwaters in the UK, like places like Yeovil and Swindon, which is like, I don't even know what the equivalent is here. Just like not the city. And like we just get people to do disgusting shit.
This is like a prank show?
It was like... no, it's like a sort of like, I don't know, it's just like a kind of like reality TV, like a reality docu thing, but it wasn't really on TV. It was just the nightclub and the alcohol company just faked the TV show because they wanted to get people in the clubs on a Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. And this was before YouTube, so everyone was just like, oh my God, TV.
So like, when did you really start comedy then?
2016 when I got 2014 when I got sober. But I was doing lots of music presenting and stuff like that before then, and then I sort of got together with this guy that used to sell me pot and ecstasy, and then I was like, I think I'm in love with you, and then he fucked off to Korea to teach English and invited me along, and then ended up spending 6 years out there.
So do you speak any other languages because of that?
Not really, no.
What language was it? Mostly it was Korean?
Oh, yeah, so I spent a year in Korea, and then 9/11 happened. Ooh, awkward. And yeah, and it's quite US military heavy over in Korea, in South Korea. So that after that, we kind of just, we left. And then we ended up in a place called Taiwan, which is a small island off the coast of China. And and then like their dance music scene blew up, so we set up a little production company, and I used to basically interview hip hop acts that came over from the US and like DJs. So people like, I don't know, you probably won't even know who, like people like Carl Cox and people like that, like British DJs, and then like people like from the 90s hip hop scene, like Naughty by Nature, Coolio, 50 Cent. But it was early noughties, right? So
50 Cent too?
Yeah.
Love that.
Black Eyed Peas.
So what did the pandemic look like for you then?
In London, London was just miserable. It was just miserable, wasn't it?
Were you working at all?
Not really.
People here were doing Zoom shows.
Yeah, I mean, we were doing that as well. It was fine. I mean, everyone else was building up their social media accounts, and I sort of did it and then just sort of got bored. But I moved like 4 times during the pandemic. I moved to a place called Manchester. Don't go, it's terrible. But sorry, Manchester people.
Is it really rainy there?
Yeah, really. It's up north. Yeah, it's rainy. And just what did you do during lockdown?
I actually was at my dad's house in Long Island. I got really fit during the pandemic. Like I got really fit. I was working out like 6 days a week, no joke, like at least 2 hours a day, an hour and a half in the gym, and then 30 minutes of running.
Yeah.
I went vegan over the pandemic. Was doing this podcast. Not as much as I would have liked to have done, but I mean, there was nothing going on.
Sure.
You know, some Zoom stuff here and there.
Yeah, I mean, I think do you know what? I think we beat ourselves up for being like not as productive. I do not as productive as I wanted to, but I didn't fucking drink. And that was good. And, you know, I think a lot of it was just getting through it, wasn't it?
Was it tough for you to not drink at certain points?
Yeah, really tough, especially with finances and stuff like that. Because everything was just all a bit jumbled at the start of lockdown. And do you know what I mean? I don't know what it was like over here, but the government was just a bit like, oh.
Were you living alone?
Yeah. Yeah, in a little studio flat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you think Trump's going to get back in?
I don't know. That would be mind-boggling if he does. I mean, it is becoming more apparent that people who did vote for Joe Biden really are not happy with voting for him because there's so many negative things that have happened in the eye of the public. You know, like when Trump was president, there were things that were slipping under the rug maybe because people were like, oh, Trump is so great, whatever. Like, he's doing this great. He's doing this great. When like now Biden, there's so many things that the public are feeling firsthand. You know, like a loaf of bread is more expensive than it was.
That's not his fault.
And gas prices are more expensive, and people think it's his fault because he's president.
Yeah, do you know what's really funny is that everyone's blaming the Democrats in the US for the cost of living, but in the UK, everyone's blaming the Conservatives, which is like the right. So like here, you're blaming the left, but in the UK, we're blaming the right, and we fucking hate Boris.
Is he? Yeah, I was gonna ask. Is he about to get kicked out of office?
No, he's like a little slippery chancer. Honestly,
why doesn't he just get like a nice haircut?
I don't know because
he needs a nice haircut.
I know but he plays a character of the buffoon, like the kind of buffoon. Oh, Boris. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, fuck no. Oh, it's depressing, isn't it? All of it's depressing.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Beyonce's released new music.
And also, Eleanor Conway has Talk Dirty to Me on July 5th and July 7th at the Stand. So check the link in this YouTube video. We'll get the link actually right down here.
Thanks.
So you can go to the show, of course. So you looking forward to it? You're all ready to go?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I've been working on with a director, so I'm just working on it.
Okay, is it going to be you the entire time up there for an hour? You have anyone opening for you and stuff like that?
No, I'm just going to crack on with it. Just to run it like an Edinburgh show.
You have a video production situation?
I don't know. I was thinking about that today, actually.
Okay.
Have you got any recommendations?
Yes. Let me know if you need people to help you video it. Not sure about like the production side and putting it together and editing. Fine. I don't know if I could suggest someone for that, but in terms of like filming it high quality, I can definitely give you names of people who I've worked with before.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Eleanor, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks, buddy.
So guys, you will see Eleanor Conway July 5th and July 7th at the Stand. Check the link in this YouTube video for tickets to that Ted Jones comedy show and tickets to Talk Dirty to Me. I imagine it's going to be amazing. And if I am in the city, which I will be July 5th, I'll actually come downstairs and check you out.
Oh, I love it. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace.